Hello everyone. Today I shall be sculpting a fanciful troll, very much indicative of the styles of Brian Froud and John Bauer. First we'll need the stretch tool to get our troll in shape. Lift the arms a bit, take off grid snap. Get a nice trolley shape. Yes, very big troll. Long, lanky arms. I generally reset the running parameters when rescaling the puppet to avoid certain glitches that can occur. A little bit taller. Have a nice hunched body. Now we'll begin in with the basic sculptural outline. Set it to blend and select stamp shape. Another thing that helps is to put on clipped mirror. Yes, this should do nicely. A beefy individual. Let's give some definition to his legs. I think I might stretch them a little bit. Now for the feet. We need nice big feet. As we all know, trolls have naturally large feet. Yes. Now we're going to make little ruffly cuffs for the troll to evoke a time long gone by. Trying to think of how best to execute the ruffles. We'll try a flattened cylinder. Yes, this should do nicely. Let's just crunch the shape. There we go. Nice ruffly cuffs. Now for the hands. I generally like to use this particular hand Puppet Hand with Poses by Live Fed Me. It's one of my personal favorites. I've used it in multiple sculptures. There are a few things we want to do. Delete the hand animations, unless you actually want the hand animations. In most cases, I make my own, but to each their own. Pose the hands in a manner which you desire. That's good. Big grasping hands. Another thing you want to do, this is generally good for animations and such. You want to select all of the joints and set them to maximum springiness. This might not seem necessary at first, but there's a tendency in Dreams for when you're animating, the joints tend to go all out of whack. Now let's just line up these. I like to keep the original hand as a reference point. Now just group the two. And we'll make the original hand invisible. And low physics, since they don't require any physics. I think I might make the arms smaller and the chest a little wider. And the pelvis. Now we're going to want big round spheres set to a small amount of blend. Use precise moves to stretch out the troll's neck. Give him a little bit of a hunched over appearance, like a hunchback. A big thick neck, which is only temporary. We're going to sculpt his face now. Excuse me. My dinner is crying for help. We'll give him a rather robust nose, as is common with trolls. Take down the blend a little bit for sharper edges on the brow. Give him nice defined cheekbones. Remove a little negative space so he has deep, sunken in eyes. Yes, he's really coming together. Most excellent. Now we shall make it into a section so that we have a half sphere. I want to narrow it just a little bit. Yes, that's quite excellent. Give him those scabby lower lids. Now that we have the head, I may reposition the axis a little bit. We're going to give him a sort of hood. We're going to want the blend amount to be a little bit higher, maybe 23%. Perhaps I'll try it on a lower setting. Second thought, we'll use this method. And simply carve out the bits that we want. There. That works pretty good. Lower the blend amount for sharper edges. There we have a nice hood-like structure. Now we're going to give him a little cover on the upper torso. Yes, he looks like a proper troll. Make the arms a little bigger. And the hands. And we can maybe bulk up those elbows a bit. Give him a proper troll-like appearance. Now we'll add some ruffling to the sleeves. I hate it when it does that. It resets the shape for no particular reason. Anyway, now that we're on the track again, let's add some nice ruffles or creases. Make that a little bit wider. It's a little bit too thin currently. My personal taste in fantasy lean toward more whimsical and fairy tale-esque creatures and worlds. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Somehow realism seems a bit overplayed. There we go. Excellent. Now we're going to add a few more details to the face. A few wrinkles here and there. I forgot to set it on mirror. A common mistake. Give him some nice, definite wrinkles. Going to carve out a little bit of his mouth. Now we're going to create the lower jaw. Stamp shape. Don't forget to set it to mirror and grid snap. Try to get it as much to the center of his face as possible. Half spheres usually work quite well for lower jaws. Perhaps we'll have a bit of an overbite with him. Yes, and a little bit of a whip. Excellent. Now to apply the bolt. Sometimes it's better to use a connector set to ball joint if you want to have the ability for the jaw to shift about. Like say if you want him to get punched in the face and have his jaw fly off or something. I'm going to go with a ball joint for now. But if you want completely straight opening of the mouth that's more normal, makes it easy to open it quickly, probably should select a bolt. Always set the bolt or the ball joint to 100% springiness. Otherwise, this happens. Now that that's done, there's a few more things I want to remove. Take off auto look. Now I'm going to add area on the shoes. Make it look like he's actually wearing shoes. It's a very simplistic sculpt, but it gets the point across quite well. We're going to add the brim of his trousers. Yes, there we go. Excellent. And maybe a little belt. Make it very thin. Nearly done with his belt. And a little knot. Presumably his belt is a rope. Yes, that should do it very nicely. Flatten it a bit. There. An excellent belt. Now we're going to make his little eyes. We're going to go for something quite simple. Maybe make sure, always make sure that you're scoped into the puppet before doing this. Always set stamp shape unless you want to accidentally smear the shape. And now we'll spray paint on a little pupil. I think I'll go with a rather large eye. Very shiny eyes. Might give him just a little bit of brow detail so that it looks like he has a more forward-facing eyes and not on the sides of his head like a horse. Also going to make his eyes shiny wax so they don't blend in with the rest of his body. Set them on non-collidable. Ignore interaction. Low physics. Use the cloning tool to live clone him. Live clone his eyeballs, that is. Once you've live cloned an eyeball, that means whatever changes you make to one carry over to the other. So if you decide to add a menacing red glow, for instance, it carries over to both. Now that that's done, we're just going to go ahead and group his head to his eyes. We're going to make some teeth for him now. For this, it might be necessary to open up his mouth. Little something we missed here. We'll just remove this very quickly. There we go. Let's hollow out his mouth a bit. It's not entirely necessary, but I would like to give him some throat features. Just for that little extra touch. Now we'll get to work on his teeth. We're going to go with slightly yellowed teeth. Trolls are notorious for their poor dental hygiene. This much we know. From the history books. Now as for his teeth, there's several ways I could go about it. But I think I'll use half spheres. They have a rather rounded look, somewhat fanciful. We don't want him to have sharp teeth. Sharp teeth are a bit menacing. And while he is a troll, I don't imagine him as the bad sort of troll. Make them non-collidable, as always. Clone them, but do not live clone the teeth. Oh, I made a mistake. We'll have to correct it. There we go. Copy the teeth, flip them. And we'll simply use the structure of the first set of teeth for the top row. There we go. The teeth are now complete. Might just give him some large teeth that stick out when his mouth is closed. Now group those to the jaw, and with the other ones, simply grab them and scope in. And now they're automatically grouped. with his top jaw. And there we have his teeth. We're going to give him some hair real quick, because trolls do have hair. They are not bald, as some have posited. Of course, it could change with age. Some trolls might be very bald. But this troll is probably quite young, not more than 50, I would say. Therefore, he would have fine, bushy hair. Now we're going to make it a little sharp to give the illusion of hair strands. There we go. Carve out that little bit there. And of course we'll want his hair to be scoped in. Make it non-collidable, low physics. Now we'll begin adding some of the other details. I want to add some ridges to his hood to make it appear that it was woven by hand. Give the illusion of threading or weave. Add some rips here and there. And we have a proper troll. Now let's color in his face. I imagine him being sort of a gray-brown. Too dark. Something a little bit lighter. We have some excellent hands now. imagine being a light tan color. Although we can alter this if it turns out not to work too well. His pants can be a light blue color. Then I'll make the shoes brown. Let's get some better lighting to view our troll. He's beginning to take shape. Bigger hands. I think I'll add some knuckle details. For that extra touch. And widen them a bit. Some wrinkles here and there. We might even give him some fingernails. Lower the detail on some of these assets. Now we're going to paint some warts and skin wrinkles onto him with the spray paint to give it that extra level of believability. Might paint the interior of the mouth. Use something a little bit darker. There we go. And now some dirt to add to his bedraggled appearance. lot of work, but it pays off. Darken the interior of the hood. A little bit more on the edge. Perhaps too much in that certain region. Got to be very delicate. There we go. He's taking shape now. Give him some dirty pants. Another thing I might do is add some stockings. Give him that nice wrinkled up look. We also might want his pants to overlap to give that extra effect that he's wearing pants. And that his leg is not just painted blue. Lower the smearing a bit. Add a bit of hollow. Hopefully this will work out well and look as I wish it to. Add a little bit of wrinkle here and there. There we go. The belt we must make a different color. That way it won't just blend in with the rest of it. Might have been better had I not added the belt until I reached this point in the sculpture. That way I could stamp it out as a different color, rather than having to paint it. But it's no great concern. Will still look like a belt. Now we're going to want to add little slits. For the belt to run through. And there we go. We also might add a bit of a butt to this troll. Every creature has a butt, and no Trolls are not an exception in this case. We'll also add a patch for good measure. He must sit down very often. And some stitches must be added. I want to darken this area of the eyes a little bit. Give the illusion of shading. Well, I think he's just about ready. I think I might change the color of his hair. Perhaps he should be a darker colored. Yes, that works better. And add a little bit of darkness to the bottom of his teeth. Give him that rotten look. We don't need those. There are perhaps more details that could be added, but this seems sufficient. Let's give him a nice troll-like gait. Now that we're complete, we're going to reset his running parameters. Make him form fists when he's running, as is common with most individuals. Well, let's test out his walk cycle. We really want him to run much slower. Trolls are not very fast. Give him a little bit of arm vigor. proper troll. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of certain sculptural aspects. And perhaps if you're a fan of fantasy, you might find this helpful. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.